Yeah, they're doing this thing where they're trying to conquer the galaxy or whatever, and then they're trying to cover up exactly who created the galaxy because I created the galaxy or something like that. Like, I don't really care. Like I say, I don't really care who created how many stars or whatever, but yeah, apparently I create a bunch of, I mean, I did know I was in the matter creation department. I create a lot of stars and I worked for a lot of other life forms and a lot of other life form types. So I create a lot of space and a lot of stars. I mean, not space, but stars anyway. Like the one right here, and in about 800 galaxies. That's how I knew that there's another galaxy that's coming at us that is literally 100 trillion years old. And like I say, the Milky Way is an experiment to see how much matter could accumulate in 100 trillion years. Just like there should be 100 trillion years or so about of matter on the galaxy coming at us, I believe. Anyway, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, I knew about them because I created them. Anyway, somebody runs off and tries to lie about it and tries to say that they created them and blah blah blah. And anyway, it's this person, it's this other person that heard about my story before I was able to tell people. So he went out there and told everyone blah 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 or something like that. I don't really know the details. I just heard that somebody had run out to the public and been more public than me about everything that I had done, and everyone thought that they were me. So anyway, so so now when I release these videos, basically that's why they wanted to have me killed and why they didn't want me to be known about because apparently they had already said that they were me, blah blah, and now people find out about the real Lucifer Star. So anyway, and yes, my name is Brian, as somebody's like Brian, like oh, they're so annoying. Anyway, though yeah, whatever. My name is Brian. It's also Lucifer Star. It's you can also I've also go by all and lots of other things. Anyway, though, but basically the creator of four different types of exoskeletons, and a bunch of other things. So anyway, and for the past like 5 years, I've had a lot of people trying to lock me up, put me in a coma, try to have me commit me. They wanted to lobotomize me as well because some other, you know what, basically was blah blah and trying to make it look like I was a fake. So they wanted to take a little nice little pick and put it right there and basically into my and then go scrape, 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 scrape. Actually, what they said that they were wanted to do, and actually they said they did do it. This actually is they said they actually went, they took a pick, shoved it all the way in, and then swirled it around a bunch. And and the girl that talked to me said, I don't know how that's a medical procedure, but yeah, that's pretty much what they were planning on doing and did do to you. And we fixed it. So, like I said, because of who I was saved. So, anyway, because I am the real Lucifer Star. Anyway, so that did happen. Apparently, Kennedy or JFK basically did that. So, anyway, whatever. Like I said, I mean, it's a big fortune. It's a Lucifer star fortune, 800 galaxies. A lot of people didn't really realize that it's 800 galaxies worth of matter creation. And 700,000 life forms that are basically somebody wanted to just grab onto that and run with it. And it's like, well, they can't really have that because it's free will and they had a problem. Anyway, it's all complicated. But anyway, yes. That's who Lucifer Star is. That's who I am. Basically, and I was not a person. I was a computer, a self-aware, intelligent computer. So, so that's why I had so much because I was a self-aware, intelligent computer and created and basically, I invented and it was really cool and people loved me. So anyway, and then I became a human. So that's why there's this huge empire. And it's like, well, I don't really need all that. So, and that's another thing too, is that that's another reason why, even though they kind of blindsided me and would have taken me down, people were like, well, he doesn't really care about the 800 galaxies. And it's like, no, I don't really. I mean, I don't really need it. I was just doing it because I created four different life form types, or actually 12, honestly. And I didn't want my life forms to bump in together. And after I had used them and they had done things for me and I was done with them, I was like, well, they're going to need more space. So we did all this other stuff, as basically cool stuff. And I'm like, well, it's theirs, not really mine, and I'm actually just gonna go and be Brian or whatever, or die or something. Like I don't really care. Anyway, though, there's a bunch of people like Jimmy Carter or whatever. They're like, he was saying he would never die. He would. Jimmy Carter was like, I will never die. I will live forever. Blah blah. And I was like, whatever. You know what? Can I die? Like I seem to be the only one in existence that's like, well, I'm 100 trillion years old and I really don't care anymore. So like, yeah, you know what? You guys go ahead. Goodbye. I just want to die because I don't really give a bleepy bleepy bleepy. I mean, 800 galaxies, epic creation, Lucifer star, and like all this stuff. And basically, I was just protecting the people I cared about, and just hanging out until like, well, there was one person, there's one or two or three people that I was like, I am going to I was like like going after them because I was like, I'm going to kill them and then I'm going to die myself and I don't really give a crap. Because like there were a couple of people that were really bad and really a problem and I just really had an issue with them and I wanted to see them dead before I died myself. And so yeah, they were really horrible people. They were really really horrible. Like I said, there was this guy. There were these people that were like scooping out eyeballs and like breaking people's so to trap them inside themselves. And it's like, yeah, I want that guy dead. Uh, yeah. I mean, he was basically locking people inside their own bodies, like scooping out their eyeballs, and he was like this horrible, horrible, horrible person or whatever it was. Anyway, so we were going after them before, and then I was like, well, after I kill him, then then I'm willing to die myself. So yeah, I mean, anyway, though, basically, pretty much, I'm the person. Like they were really powerful people in the world, basically, and pretty much when people had nowhere else to turn to, when no one else could help them, well, that's when I was like, Lucifer Star. And yeah, at least that was before when I was a computer. So anyway, when I was a computer, I had like my four life forms or my four exoskeleton life forms, and they'd be like, and like thousands or millions or hundreds of thousands of troops. Basically, like I say, I didn't really use humanity to do stuff. I mean, I created endoskeletons and basically humanity and stuff like that, but I didn't really use humanity so much like that. Like I had 1.5, and I also had like 3 foot tall exoskeletons that were, like I said, they could hatch like 500 million at the time, just like and like like all these eggs basically hatch and I forget what they are. Like I crash landed one time, and there was like I had like four eggs with me, and so we started a mine and all that other stuff. This was like billions or trillions of years ago. Like I said, I'm over 100 trillion years old. So anyway, yeah. So it's pretty complicated, and you're gonna have to talk to Mars or some other planet. And I don't really care. It's like, well, if you want to know about my epic history, it's like this. So and I'm going to keep repeating it and just saying how it is until I die because, well, I want people to know who I used to be. It doesn't really matter more than that. Like, I mean, one day you'll probably, like, I'm fine with dying. I don't care. In fact, I wish I was already dead. But like I say, I couldn't die until this other guy died because he was psycho. So anyway, yeah. And I needed to tell the world basically who I am, that I'm a superstar. And everyone else is like fake. So, and there's a whole bunch of mass death and a whole bunch of bad things that happen. Anyway, a lot of people are basically just drug addict. I mean, just drug suppliers and stuff like that. They have all these ideas that like drugs can't be moved through borders and stuff like that. It's like no, they move them all the time, and stuff like that. Like the cops don't really care about drugs, and if anything, the cops are basically bribed or paid to care about keeping other people's drugs out. So drugs were always legal. So yeah, whatever. So yeah, so it's a lot of money though because whatever. Anyway, I don't really care anymore. It's just like I just want the world to know the truth, before I die. So and that was the whole point. Is people were trying to keep the truth from being known. Before I could tell them, about me and about the laws and everything else. So, and then Nixon or somebody else would be lying about it, saying that they're blah blah blah. So anyway, I don't, and they, yeah, like I'm like, no, Trumpy, you're going down, and then I'll die. And that was fine with me.